Happy Saturday, everyone. I am back again to reflect and talk about what's been going on in the world and what happened this week. Okay, I'm starting off with the Diddy trial. Now, I have been watching the trial closely and listening to the various witnesses. And what I have noticed about Diddy and his various women in his life or his so-called girlfriend is this man, I feel, do not like women. He do not respect women. Look how all these women got involved with this freak off, whatever, in those hotels rooms. They all got involved in it at first. At first they were like, good, this is Diddy, they want to be all pleasing and they thought he loved them and they thought that they loved him, but that was not love. Because look at the stuff that they had to do. And then all of them at the very end did not want to partake in that. And then when they tried to leave, he threatened them with the videos that he caught them in embarrassing sexual deeds. Or he threatened to destroy their career, or they couldn't work in that industry again. And they usually was tied to him financially, so they weren't independent to like, okay, but you wonder why did you stay? Just go. But I think it's a mental thing, because I've watched other documentaries on women who were like abused, domestic abuse. They didn't think very highly of themselves once. It's just they felt that they needed to stay. They felt they had nowhere else to go. So it's a mental thing, I think. And that was not love. They all said they loved him. That's not love. I think the characteristic of love, I think everybody should take a look at 1 Corinthians chapter 13:4. Love is patient, love is kind. Start off with that. If you don't see any evidence of that, that's not love. No, it's not. Okay, let's move on to the war that's brewing with Israel and Iran. And war to me is so evil. It is something they're after. It's either territory, a resource. I feel like there's some deal that's made behind the scenes that we, the local people don't see and hear. And you lose so much life. Buildings are destroyed. Anything that's nearby get destroyed with these weapons that are being used, especially the nuclear weapons. And my thing with the USA, always getting involved in other countries' affairs. Why can't they go handle it with their military, and why can't they take care of their own issues if they're having why do we get involved in everything? So I'm thinking it's something that USA needs or wants, or it's just power, that power thing. But USA go around telling everybody, you can't have a nuclear weapon, you can't have a nuclear weapon. Oh, but it's okay for us to have nuclear weapons. Yes, we might need to use it. I don't understand it. And nuclear weapons is so dangerous. It can vaporize you, make your skin melt off your bone. Annihilate countries and trees and grass and animals, the air, even the sea, anything within where it's dropped or landed on. That's devastation. It's very, very lethal weapon. And I said, whoever developed it is so evil. Why you want to use such a weapon? I was watching a documentary on Mars, And they said the elements or the samples or whatever they take, when the spacecraft they send to do research or whatever, and they get like samples of the soil or whatever from Mars, there's evidence of nuclear, like as if nuclear weapon went off there. And they find things like structures and stuff on there. They don't want the public and stuff to know, but I tend to watch a lot of archaeology and science stuff. So something I'm thinking, like, did something happen there to annihilate the whole planet? Nuclear? It takes years and years for that environment to come back from such a weapon. I don't understand the war thing. And then wars are usually sometimes all start because of religion or territory. Because someone can't get along, their beliefs are different. One think they're better than the other. To me, it's evil. God is not of confusion. He's of order. So I don't see God in that. And the third thing I wanted to talk about, I think, always educate yourself. You're never too old to stop learning. People need to be independent thinkers. Stop relying 100% on the media. They're not the gospel. When you hear something in the news, go to research and find out more about it. Don't rely on everything they say. Go find out for yourself. Even if you have to read some articles, read a book. Hey, you can even go to the library. They still exist. They're still around. I know it's old-fashioned, but just go study. I like history, so I like visiting historical places. I like reading about it. And history, though some people work so hard to hide the truth in history, let you learn about stuff you may not want to repeat, and also the positive stuff that you want to continue. So please, y'all, read for yourself. Don't rely heavily on the media, the government, or pastors, because they all could lead you astray. So if you're a believer, pick up the Bible, do me a favor and read it. And also, there are missing books in the Bible. There are. Because even sometimes I come across things that refers to a book or something and I can't find it in the Bible. So there are missing books of the Bible. So that's why I started to read other books for information, like Ethiopian Bible. They have books in there that the Bible that I grew up with don't have. Even the Catholic Bible has books in there that I don't see in the Bible that I was raised with. So research. And then other religions. You always wonder why there are so many different religions. Is it because someone got mad at someone and said, okay, I don't believe in what you're saying, so I'm going to go off and start my religion or my church because whatever you're saying over here doesn't sound right. And so that's why I don't get real judgmental. And I wonder sometimes, are we all worshiping the same God? Or is it a different God? So that's why I'm reading other books. I haven't gotten to the Quran yet. And I understand that the Jewish don't believe in the New Testament and don't believe in the Old Testament. So what happened there is one still think the Messiah is coming and one think he came. And another set don't believe that he was the Messiah. They believe he's a prophet. So what happened there? So research, seek the truth, and you shall find. Never stop learning. And try not to repeat. Let us try not to repeat the bad things that happen in history. Let's try to go forward and do what's right. And that's it for today, y'all. If you like my thoughts, what I'm sharing of like-minded, just like, subscribe, And for me, sharing my thoughts is also therapeutic, and it's something that I decided to do. So have a wonderful weekend, and I'll probably be back at it next weekend. Have a great day.